Right, so before we take a deep dive into your mind, I want to get to know your soul a little bit. I want to get to know the artist behind Burning Scriptures of the Hidden Valley. What was going through your mind? What were you experiencing at the time when you were creating this beautiful project?
So, Burning Scriptures of the Hidden Valley is pretty much a chapter in my life that's based on the controversies of life, love, death, pain, and religion. I was going through a whole spiritual journey on the basis that I was going through heartbreak. I was under lockdown. I couldn't really make any music, so I was kind of losing my mind a bit. And it gave me a lot of time to do a lot of self introspection and actually, look for a higher power within myself so I can see like where I'm actually gonna take the next level of my life, like once this whole COVID thing is over. I was in love too, and that ended. So it kind of put me in this hole that I couldn't really crawl out of. Um, I was also in a school where I didn't really love the environment at all. I didn't like the environment. I didn't enjoy the people. I didn't like the company. So it was very detrimental to me,
Yeah.
very much detrimental to me. I wanted to, I wanted to kill myself. Like it was just really bad. It was really
Whoa.
bad. So it was either I took matters into my own hands and just changed my whole life, spiritually, mentally, or I let it take me down. So what I did was I I swindled money from my parents.
What?
Yeah, after like 8 months of not recording music,
How
'cause
did you do this?
man, I don't know if I want to get into it like that, but just to give you a whole summary of it, I kind of stole rent money from my parents so I could buy myself some studio equipment. And I had to do what I had to do, buy myself some equipment, and I started working on the project. But I didn't really know I was working on the project. I was just making music based on what I was really feeling at the time because I was feeling a little bit more. I was very much in tune with my emotions. A lot of people were not really there for me. A lot of people were switching up on me. A lot of people weren't looking out for my well-being. So I pretty much felt alone around that time. Um, yeah, it's very dark time in my life. And actually, I ended up creating the project in the space of a whole year. And yeah, man, 2021, that it felt like a reset for me.
Yeah.
That whole project felt like a reset for me. Especially like watching my streaming numbers go down, the supporting base go down. Everything was just, it really took a toll on my mental health. So I wanted to give up, but I couldn't because I love music that much. So pretty much ended up creating the whole project over the space of a year, and yeah.
Jeez, you have quite a resilient spirit. And I just want to zone in on some of your experiences, right? Which of these experiences that you've spoken to me about right now do you feel you drew from the most in this particular project?
Definitely the religious side of things. Definitely the religious side of things. I was going through a whole phase of my faith was really being tested a lot. My faith was really being tested a lot, and I really didn't know what was expected from me from that perspective of things because I didn't know what to believe in anymore. Like why am I going through this? Why am I struggling so much? Why am I suffering so much? So hence I'm saying my faith was really being tested a lot. And it was a whole phase that started when I was in high school, going throughout COVID. And yeah, that's pretty much where a lot of the inspiration came from. Just like the whole uh, converting from being a Christian into just believing in like the whole power of the universe and believing more in myself, finding a higher power within myself and just creating something off of pain.
Wow. Wow. that is truly inspiring. So what I want to know from you is, looking at this experience, this journey that you've gone through with your spirituality and also your mental health, how do you think art has been somewhat of a saving grace to you in that regard?
I mean, I'll always fall back to the music. I'll always fall back to creating. You know, as exhausting as it is, like, I don't think I'll ever stop loving it. So I can't really talk to anybody about my experiences or my pain or whatever it is that I'm going through. So I just prefer writing it down and just recording it and making it something very special to me.
So what I want to know from you now is, what is the most, I wouldn't say dark, but what is the most vulnerable part of yourself that you feel you've been forced to accept or to face while making music? Because I know that, music is a very spiritual thing and art is sensitive in general. So I just wanted to know from you, like, what is that one thing that you had to look at and be like, wow, this is something I never thought I'd be able to face, but perhaps through art, it was able to be revealed to me in a way that I could accept?
I'm pretty much an emotional guy. I never knew that about myself because I'd always shy away from feeling things. But once I started getting in tune with the whole thing of wanting to feel more, I started, I explored or I discovered a new side to myself where I could be like, okay, cool, I could actually like turn these emotions into art. So I definitely discovered that I'm more emotional than I thought I actually was. And yeah.
So if I had to perhaps describe your music to somebody that is listening to it for the very first time, right? And you had to create like a new genre, a new term for it, what exactly would you describe it as?
I actually haven't found a name for the kind of music that I'm making, but definitely something climatic, atmospheric, very, very humid, and just more outspoken.
Okay.
That's how I would describe my music to somebody.
I don't know if you're into astrology, but that sounds like such a water sign thing to say. So I'm just gonna pry. What is your star sign?
I'm actually a Scorpio, so I'm definitely water.
Okay, I'm a bit accurate with my predictions. If I.
What's your star sign?
I'm a Gemini. I'm an air sign. Yeah, but yeah. Let me just get back into it. I've noticed with the new single, it deviated a little bit from that eeriness or that melancholic vibe that we were accustomed to with your previous project, right? So I wanted to know what caused that transition, because there's a huge shift and it's very evident. Yeah.
So again, I say, burning scriptures was a chapter in my life. So I closed that part of my life and I just wanted to be more out there and and less with myself and just be more connected with the outside. You get me? So her is pretty much I wouldn't say that I diverted away from that in terms of like the sonics, but I definitely think it's still more climatic, just more on the hip hop side of things. Because it's a pretty different reggae.
Yeah.
Different reggae. But I think this, with her in particular, it's just I'm in a very, very more happy place in my life, more vibrant, more just joyous, joyful, and I just wanted to let people know that this is where I'm at in my life, because I think I make a lot of my music is based around how I'm feeling at the time. So if you listen to a singer like her, that's where I'm at. That's really where I'm at right now. Burning scriptures is a phase, just like her, it's a phase. So,
I really love how every single project, every single that you come up with is just a reflection of where you are at that point in time. And I think that's very important as an artist because it allows fans to grow with you. Some artists tend to fall into the trap of trying to recreate a feeling or a sound because their fan base has become accustomed to experiencing them in that way, right? So I want to lean even deeper into your mind because we've dealt with your soul, so now let's get to your mind, right? I'm of the belief that an artist is meant to reflect their times. I'm sure many people have said this, right? But I also think that in every era of music, every artist is given a certain window of opportunity to make their impact, right? So I want to know from you, what do you think your legacy is going to be?
I just want to be known for healing the world with my serenades.
Okay, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like I just want to be known for healing the world with my serenades, and just like I want to be iconic. I want to be known as that iconic guy. You know, a guy who was really way ahead of his time, a guy who's really about it. You know, like, I'm not trying to be boxed in with every other artist. You know, like I'm just trying to be in my own realm. So,
That is absolutely beautiful. Yes, I've noticed that you have a very, calm, mellow demeanor about you, right? And for people who are into astrology or psychology, that's a very somewhat feminine attribute, right? So I just wanted to know from you as a man, what is your relationship with femininity?
I mean, I think it's something that you should embrace. And definitely get in touch with more as a dude or as a guy. I don't see anything absolutely wrong with it. I just think it's something that a lot of men should be more in tune with. And yeah, I don't really have much to say about it, to be honest.
I kind of put you on the spot there, I must say. Okay, my parting question to you is, if you had to say that you lead with something, be it love, be it courage, be it passion, what do you lead with?
With loyalty.
Okay.
With loyalty.
Such a Scorpio thing.
Definitely. I believe in trust so much. I think I put loyalty over everything. But it's loyalty first, and then love. Love comes second. I believe in interacting with people or connecting with my people with trust, because if you show me that you believe in me, then I'm gonna do my bit so that I can also believe in myself too, as much as you believe in me. So that's a very, very important thing to me. Mandatory. That's principle. That always be principle to me.
Well, hopefully you will be loyal to us and keep coming.
Of course.
And I hope the same for your fan base as well. May you continue to grow and expand as an artist. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to experience you.
Thank you for having me.
Transferring my energy to you like we did at the beginning of the interview.
Man.
Peace.